business begins with the entrepreneur. You know, it begins with the mindset of the business person. And what I found is that there really is an entrepreneurial mind. There really is a mind that attracts to itself money and recognizes opportunities where other people miss it. And I began to wonder how that mind was developed, because I didn't have it. And so I began to really research, really meditate. It led me into all different types of things, and the result of what I found is here in this program. And I found ultimately that the mind frame, or the mind that is developed that attracts resources and attracts money to itself, is very much like the mind that's unencumbered, or that's not distracted by the million distractions that most people are distracted by. It's a very clear thinking mind. It's almost like a spiritual place of zero, or it's very close to a balanced mind state, or the place that's beyond the mind. It's difficult to explain in that way, but the only way I can kind of explain it is most people are not really clear thinkers, not at all. They start out going in one direction, saying they want something, and then they veer back the other way and are distracted by this, distracted by that, and then they have a lot of addictions that they haven't dealt with that slow up their progress. And then there's people that are always valuing what other people say. And that's a really big hindrance for most people getting to the place where they want to get to. And so Marcella and I went through this whole process of figuring out what we're addicted to, figuring out what have we learned about money from our childhood, what about that have we carried over into our adult lives, what are our expectations, what are our weak points, what are our strengths, what do we want to do with our life. And we really sat down and hammered through these things. And we found out some things about the mind and about life. And long story short, we're here to share that with you. And this pilot program is about making sure that we've left no stone unturned. If what we found is successful, we should in a very short time be financially free, as well as you. And the mind frame, the mental shift should begin to be evident to each one of you guys. And it should be followed by a financial shift. And so this is pretty much a pilot program. We're testing something that hasn't been quite introduced to the world. And we're not saying, we're saying, look at the results. Judge us only by what happens within our lives and within this group. And that's what I have to say about that.